In this video, we're looking at index laws. I'm going to do the questions on the left, and then you can pause the video and have a go at the ones on the right. So we've got simplify a to the power of 5 times a to the power of 7. When we multiply indices, we add the powers. 5 and 7 make 12. So our answer is going to be a to the power of 12. The reason for that is a to the power of 5 means a times a times a times a times a, and that's multiplied by a to the power of 7, which means a times a times a times a times a times a times a. So in total, we should have 12 a's multiplied together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So a to the power of 5 times a to the power of 7 is a to the power of 12. For question 2, we've got 3b to the power of 4 times 2b to the power of 6. So 3b to the power of 4 means 3 times b to the power of 4. And that's multiplied by 2 times b to the power of 6. So in this question, we can do 3 times 2, which is 6, and then b to the 4 times b to the power of 6, which is b to the power of 10. Question 3. When we divide indices, we take away the powers. So again, we can divide our numbers. 10 over 5, 10 divided by 5 is 2. And c to the power of 3 divided by c to the power of 8 is c to the power of negative 5. 3 take away 8 is negative 5. I've got 2c to the power of negative 5. That can also be written as 2 divided by c to the power of 5. Either one of those two answers are okay. So pause the video and have a go at these questions. So question 1, d to the power of 3 times d to the power of 9 is d to the power of 12. When you multiply indices, you add the powers. Question 2, we can do 5 times 3, which is 15. And then we add 3 and negative 5 added together gives us negative 2. When we multiply indices, we add the powers. And again, same as the one over here, 15e to the power of negative 2 can also be written as 15 divided by e squared. And question 3, 8 over 2 is 4. F to the power of 9 divided by f to the power of 5. We take away the powers. That's f to the power of 4. Here's another set of questions. So we've got simplify a squared to the power of 5. So it's a squared to the power of 5. That means a squared is times by itself 5 times. So a squared times a squared times a squared times a squared times a squared is a to the power of 10. And there's a quick way of doing this. When you've got a bracket, you can just times the powers. So 2 times 5 is 10. B, 3b to the power of 4 cubed. So that means 3b to the power of 4 times 3b to the power of 4 times 3b to the power of 4. So in this case, we can cube the 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. And then you can just times these powers. B to the power of 4 times 3 is 12. And that, if you multiplied the powers, if you added the powers, 4 plus 4 plus 4 makes 12. And the last one, we've got 5c cubed times d squared. So it's 5c cubed d times 5c cubed d. So we're just squaring everything. So 5 squared is 25. C cubed squared is c to the power of 6 And d squared is, well, d squared. 3 for you to try, so give these ones a go. P squared to the power of 5 equals p to the power of 10. So here we've got 2q to the power of 5 cubed. So we've got 2 cubed, which is 8, and q to the power of 5 cubed times the powers. So that's q to the power of 15, and it's multiplied by 5q squared. So then we can just times the big numbers. 8 times 5 is 40, and add the powers. So that's q to the power of 17. And for question 3, we've got 9 times r cubed s to the power of 5 squared. So it's still going to be 9 on the front. The 9 isn't squared. And we've got r cubed squared, which is r to the power of 6, and s to the power of 5 squared, which is s to the power of 10. Here we've got another question. Express 9 to the power of 2x plus 1 in the form 3 to the power of y. So we can change 9 into 3 squared. So I can change 9 into 3 squared. So I can write 9 as 3 squared. And then that is to the power of 2x plus 1. When we have a bracket, we times the powers. So it's going to be 3 to the power of 2 times 2x plus 1. So 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. So it's 3 to the power of 4x plus 2. Here's one for you to try. So have a go at this one. So we're going to express 16 to the power of 3x minus 5 in the form 2 to the power of y. So we can change 16 into 2 to the power of 4. So it's 2 to the power of 4 to the power of 3x minus 5. Then we're just going to times these two powers together. When we've got a bracket, we times the powers. So it's going to be 2 to the power of 4 times 3x is 12x, and 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Solve time, we've got a solve question. So it says solve 2 to the power of 5x plus 1 equals 8 to the power of 3x minus 2. So in this case, we're going to make both the bases the same. We've got 2 and 8. I can change the 8 into a 2 cubed. So they can both be 2 to the power of something. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have 2 to the power of 5x plus 1 equals 2 cubed, the power of 3x minus 2. So 2 to the power of 5x plus 1 is equal to 2 to the power of, so expanding this, getting rid of the bracket, 3 times 3x, 9x, 3 negative 2's, negative 6. So now because 2 to the power of 5x plus 1 is equal to 2 to the power of 9x minus 6, these two powers must be the same thing. They must be equal. So we can get rid of the 2's entirely and just say that this power must be equal to this power. 5x plus 1 equals 9x minus 6. So now we're just solving an equation. We're going to get rid of the smallest x first, take away 5x from both sides. We've got 1 equals 4x minus 6. Add 6 to both sides. 7 is 4x. X is 7 quarters. And that is our answer. one for you to try. So give this one a go. This time we've got 9 to the power of 2x plus 1 equals 3 to the power of 3x plus 5. We can make them both powers of 3. So we can change 9 into 3 squared. So 3 squared to the power of 2x plus 1 equals 3 to the power of 3x plus 5. 3 squared to the power of 2x minus 1. We can times the powers. So 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 ones are 2. So 3 to the power of 4x plus 2 equals 3 to the power of 3x plus 5. The two powers must be equal in order for this equation to be equal. So 4x plus 2 must be equal to 3x plus 5. Take 3x away from both sides. X plus 2 is 5. Take 2 away from both sides. X is 3. Another set of questions. This one's expand and simplify if possible. So we are getting rid of the brackets. So times negative 2a times 5. A negative times a positive is negative. And 2a times 5 will be 10a. A negative times a negative is positive. Then we've got 2 3's, which are 6. A times a squared. Question 2. So again, we're getting rid of the bracket. It's going to be times the thing on the outside by all of the things inside. 3b squared times 8. 3 eighths are 24. That's 24b squared. Got a positive times negative. 3 5's are 15. And b squared times b is b cubed. Positive times a negative. 3 1's are 3. B squared times b squared. B to the power of 4. And question 3. We've got 2 brackets to expand this time. 3c times c. 3c squared. 3c times 5 is 15c. Here we've got a negative times c minus 1. You can think of it as negative 1 times c minus 1. So negative 1 times c is negative c. And negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So we can simplify. We've got 3c squared. 15 take away 1 is 14. So 14c's plus 1. Okay, 3 for you to try. So give these a go. So it's times, times, and times again. 2t times 8t squared is 16t cubed. 2t times t is 2t squared. And 2t times a negative 7 is negative 14t. We can think of having a 1 here, and it's times and times again. So we've got 7u, take away 3u, plus 6. 7 take away 3 is 4, so 4u plus 6. And the last one. So again, expanding the brackets. 3v cubed times 2, 6v cubed. 3v cubed times a negative v is going to be negative 3v to the power of 4. Negative v squared times 3 is negative 3v squared. And negative times a negative is positive. V squared times v is v cubed. So collecting the like terms, we've got 7v cubed minus 3v to the power of 4 minus 3v squared. And one more set of questions. This time we're dividing. So when we've got two terms on top and one term on the bottom, we can think of it as splitting into two different fractions. So t to the power of 9, take away t squared, all divided by t, same as t to the power of 9 over t minus t squared over t. So when we divide indices, we take away the powers. These are powers of 1. So t to the power of 9 divided by t is t to the power of 8. And t squared divided by t is just t. So 20p to the power of 7 divided by the denominator, 20p to the power of 7 divided by 5p cubed. 20 divided by 5 is 4. P to the power of 7 divided by p cubed. Take away the powers, so p to the power of 4. And then the second one, 10 over 5 is 2. P to the power of 5 divided by p cubed is p squared. And question 3, I've got 14n squared over 6n to the power of 4. I've got 15n to the power of 7 over 6n to the power of 4. So 14 over 6. 6 doesn't go into 14, but I can simplify it by halving them both. So I can have 7 over 3. So I write 7 over 3. And n squared over n to the power of 4. So take away the powers. 2 take away 4 is negative 2. 15 and 6 are both in the 3 times table. So I can have 5 over 2, and top and bottom by 3, and n to the power of 7 divided by n to the power of 4 is n cubed. So that is one version of that answer. There would be other ways. You could leave it as one big fraction and just simplify the n's. So if you divided everything by n squared, you'll have 14 plus 15n to the power of 5 over 6n squared. And that would also be a simplified version of that expression. 3 for you to try, so give these a go. So 10b to the power of 9 over 2b is 5b to the power of 8. And then we've got 4 over 2, which is 2. B squared over b, which is b. We've got 2k to the power of 7 over k squared. 2 over 4, I'm going to write as a half. And k to the power of 7 over k squared. Divide indices, we take away the powers. And we've got a minus 12 over 4 is 3. K to the power of 5 divided by k squared is k cubed. 7a to the power of 8 over 2a. I'll write as 7 over 2 a to the power of 7 minus 9 over 2. I'm just going to write as 9 over 2. A squared over a is just a. And again, with this one, we could have just divided everything by a and had 7a to the power of 7 minus 9a over 2. Either one of those would be a good answer.